How you doing? I'm Josh from Wooden Essentials. Today, I'm going to show you how I made this modern style coat rack. Starting off, I am rough cutting the walnut and the maple to make things easier to manage. If you ever need to mark walnut, use a bright color like a yellow to see the line a lot easier. Then over to the joiner to clean up the side, so that way I will have a perfect 90 degree. The walnut was a little thicker than the maple, so I made a couple passes through the planer to get them the same thickness. Over to the table saw to cut everything down to the same size. It is dangerous to use a miter gauge and the fence together, so I used a block of wood to create a gap but give me the same size cuts. The gap is there so the wood does not get pinched or stuck and result in kickback or something dangerous. Next, I need to make a hole in every piece of wood for the dowel to go through. Every hole had to be exact for this to work properly. Also, for some reason, my phone did not record it, but I had to cut 45s on the maple so that way it could swing out. Now that everything is cut, I start to assemble it. I put some wax on the dowels so that way the wood will slide through a lot easier. And to my surprise, the holes was perfect and everything lined up. After I spaced it out to make sure everything flips well, I glued the ends to the dowel to lock everything in place, but also making sure I did not glue the maple. Once the glue was dry, and checked to make sure I didn't glue up anything that shouldn't have been glued up, I cut the ends off of the dowels so that way they could be sanded flush. I sanded with 80 to make sure everything was flush. Then I moved to 120 and finally 220. I thought this would be easier to sand it all put together than every single little piece by themselves. To hang it up, I decided to try a keyhole bit. So I made a mark to create a hole. After I made the hole, then I pulled it up and put the edge guide on so it doesn't drift away, and repeated the process on the other side. For the finish, I used Danish oil. I love how this made the walnut look. I'm still undecided on if I like how the maple turned out, but overall, I do love the way this came out. Off camera, I did add a back piece to it because I didn't want it to scuff up the wall or anything. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Also, check out some other videos we have on this channel.